Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How are you? This is Freddie Ewan, two-time GM of the Year, current Panther Income champion, and host of the Tpffkal show. I'll tell you one thing, I've been in the mirror most of the morning practicing this. Hey, everybody, how are you? This is Freddie Ewan, three-time GM of the Year, back-to-back Panther Income champion, and host of the Tpffkal show. Big day in the Tpffkal. The trade deadline was exciting. This was it's exciting every year, but this was just once again an exciting trade deadline. It's going to be interesting. Some teams packing it up for next year, and some teams overloaded. Myself, for instance, overloaded probably a little bit too much. I might be in a little bit of trouble next year preparing for Waffle House 2025. But we're still a little while away from that. Going to go over what happened today, what's going on in the Tpffkal from start to finish very quickly. TDK, the Donkey Dicks, looking for their third consecutive regular season championship. They are on their way there. Looks like they're going to get the win over the Gronk Donks. Right now, they're favored to win by 150. They're the 99% projected winner. Tyreek Hill, big game, 28 points. Jamar Gibbs, big game, 18 points. The real big game, though, Jaylen Warren, Pittsburgh. This guy's a starter now. 129 yards, rushing touchdown, 3 receptions, 16 yards, gets 25 points. Still, Jalen Hurts to go tomorrow night. Looks like they're going to have to win on the other side. The Gronk Donks get 20 points out of Gus Edwards on Thursday night. Their new starter, Tua, who is probably going to be a keeper, does his job. 23 points, 325 pass yards, 2 passing touchdowns. He did throw a pick. Rest of the team, really not much. Gabe Davis going right now really just has nothing going for him. But like I said, the Gronk Donks are in rebuild mode. They got some good keepers for next year. I know Stevenson is keeper material. Tua is obviously going to be keeper material. Maybe Gus the Bus, maybe Watson. So Gronk Donks are looking for their future. The Donkey Dicks are looking to win now. Next game up, the Rock Throwers versus Shake and Bake. This is an interesting one because neither one is fully eliminated from the playoffs. Rock Throwers are a 3-1 favorite right now. Burrow out for the year. Going to have to start a new quarterback. Still has Justin Fields. Justin Fields was on the bench, put up 26 points today, so it looks like Fields is going to start for the Rock Throwers the rest of the way. Big game from Tank Dell. 27 points. Walker, heard he's banged up. He's going to be on the bench. Arcane did not play much. 1 rush yard, 1 reception. Don't know if he was banged up. I just saw something, but I think he's going to get on his way. Cooper Kupp. Rock Throwers tried to trade Kupp. They did not take any takers. Thought they were being a little bit too gritty. But anyway, Kupp is out of the game right now. He's got 1 point. So Shake and Bake is not out of this yet. Gets 22 points for Howell. Dotson puts up 9 points for him. Mozart gives him 9 points. Garrett Wilson really just not doing anything, but a great keeper for him. Still up in the air. Still really up in the air to see if, Shake and Bake and the Rock Throwers. Neither one of these teams are out of the playoffs, but they both kind of sold. Anyway, looking on the future side, Shake and Bake's got a nice little future for them. Garrett Wilson, definitely a keeper. Mozart might even be a keeper. Smith Nagiba, hope I pronounced that right, keeper. And if Walker's out, also Bowser's been putting Charbonnet on the bench, keeping him on the bench for a while. I think it might be Charbonnet's time to sign. Also got Josh Downs, who might be keeper material to in the future. That's that game. Going to be interesting who wins that one. Chicken of the Cave versus Samuel Mack. Chicken of the Cave really put up a big fart today. Easy to beat Samuel Mack, though. 20 points out of Prescott. So really didn't get much out of Chase. Got to be a little bit worried about Chase without Burrow. Evans, 8 points. Josh Jacobs, just 5 points. Derrick Henry, just 5 points. Buffalo defense playing good. Of course, they're playing the Jets. Thielen on the bench, actually, for Chicken of the Cave. Thielen's got a Chicken King's going to have a decent team going the rest of the way. The Brian Robinson on the bench with 16 points. Does have a deep team. Semi-automatic on the other side. Good keeper with C.J. Stroud. Zay Flowers, also another good keeper. White, one player that they didn't get rid of. Only 6 points today, but he's good possible keeper material. I think there's a good future for semi-automatic. Devinder actually surprised me playing a little better than well, he's playing better than Doug. I mean, that's not saying much. Zach continues to run, put up points. Zach, 99% favorite now. Going to be 1 over 500 over donks for life. Diana St. Brown, 17 points. Brandon Ayuk, 27 points and still playing. Joe Mixon had a great game. Has A.J. Brown still going. Deep team. DK Metcalf on his bench with 14 points as of right now. Danny, we don't know where Danny is. Didn't really make any changes or improvements or try to add any cap dollars to his team. Going to be interesting. Hope you get a little bit more involved in the Tpffkal, Danny. We'd love to have you here. I can help you change your name. I can even, give you some strategy tips. I like you, Danny. You're a good guy. I can help you out. I'll be happy to help you out. You just got to get involved a little bit more, my man. Cooper, not that big of a game. Has Mayfield going, not that big. Really just nothing much out of Dunks for Life except the Dallas D. Zach is going to be over 500. Red Sharks, FJTK. FJTK is on a run right now. Herbert, 29 points. Keenan Allen, 25 points. That's probably been the that's been one of the top quarterback wide receivers in the NFL that's really gone kind of unnoticed. Don't know where it's because we're on the East Coast, but Herbert Allen's been huge. Allen, 10 receptions, 116 yards, 1 receiving touchdown. With Mike Williams being out, Herbert's been, throwing the ball to Allen like you wouldn't believe. CeeDee Lamb put up some great numbers, leaves TOD, still puts up a good games. Had a touchdown, 38 receiving yards, 6 receptions, 13 points. Breece Hall having a good game. He's got a receiving touchdown. Najee Harris, really just Najee's going down thing. And, big game from Calvin Ridley today. Ridley, who's been nothing forever, returned 7 receptions, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. Still has Kels going in the Kansas City D against the Eagles. I don't know what you're thinking there, James. But on the other side, Red Sharks in rebuilding mode. Geno Smith starting. Looks like he's doing all right. Quentin Johnson really didn't give him much, but Quentin Johnson definitely keeper material. Rich did not manage to sell Connor. Connor's got him 7 points today. Trey McBride, decent, not really a great game, but Trey McBride definitely been using the 2 tight end strategy too. Has McBride and Kmet both as their tight end starters. Anthony Richardson, potential keeper for next year as well. Red Sharks have a lot of cap room. Really looking forward to next year. FJTK looks like they're going to improve to 8-3. And we had 5 teams in first place. Looks like we're going to have 4 teams in first place at the end of this week because Team of Destiny, TOD, once again, another week squashes the Antartica Seadogs. Just big game all around. Devontae Adams, 17 points. DJ Moore, 19 points. Tony Pollard, new face, get you 16 points. Devin Singletary, 21 points, 112 rushing yards, rushing touchdown. Devin Singletary's really been hot down there in Houston. Saquon Barkley, with the Giants win. Big game for Saquon, 83 rushing yards, 57 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. On the other side, great game from Lamar Jackson on Monday night, but, CMC still playing. Looks like he's going to put up a decent game. Puka's going to be all right. Really nothing out of Eckler. He has really been a kind of disappointment so far this year, coming off the injury and everything. Only 7 points. Diggs really isn't doing much. Rome reception, 4 receiving yards, awfully hard to do when Sauce Gardner's matched up against you. Big game for Trevor Lawrence on the bench, 36 points. Mark Andrews probably out for the year. We heard the nice thing is, though, Brian does have Ingram, so it's not going to hurt him that bad. Brian is going to fall. Looks like he's going to be the only one possessing second place at the minute, while there are going to be 4 teams in first. It is going going to be a tight race at the end, boys and girls. Tough schedules ahead, too, for these 5 teams. Still tough schedules. I was looking at the schedule that looks like a lot of them are playing each other, too, for the last 5 or 6 teams. So it's going to be an interesting final 3 weeks in the Tpffkal. And, you know, the number 1 and the number 2 seed are huge. Get you that first week bye. I know that Jimmy's had the first week bye twice and has never been able to win the Pantheon Cup. He's hoping to change that this year, but Jimmy looks like he is going to be on top for the first week bye, really trying to eye that in. TOD's back in action. They're looking to get one too. And also, you know, you can't count out FG, can't count on anyone. This is going to be an exciting 3 weeks. Playoffs are not fully decided yet. You know, Shake and Bake or the Rock Throwers might be able to sneak in there. Who knows? But, you know, it's definitely going to be a race in the regular season. Who can get those top 2 seeds? It's going to be really exciting down the stretch. And the Waffle Bowl is going to be really exciting down the stretch. I think James pointed out week 13, we have the bottom 4 teams all playing each other in week 13. That is going to decide almost who wins the Waffle Bowl, who's going to be at the Waffle House, eating waffles for not 6 hours. I want to do 24 hours. Let's not say 6 hours. Let's do 12 hours. If you're going to go to the Waffle House, just go there for 12 hours. Every waffle you eat will take an hour off. Anytime someone comes in and eats a waffle, it adds a half hour up to 12 hours. It's good camaraderie and friendship. And, you know, everyone gets to eat fucking waffles and saturated fat. Why not? The Waffle Bowl. I'm excited. I'm aiming to be there in 2025 at the Waffle Bowl. You should be excited for the Waffle Bowl as well. But right now, TOD's focused on the Pantheon Cup. Please give Brian a cell phone, too. I know the cellular service in Antartica is not very well. Maybe we can page him or something, or he'll have something high-tech. I know Brian's kind of a high-tech guy. So, you know, and make sure you wear a coat. It's cold in Antarctica, I heard. I got an extra coat I can give you to Brian. Be happy to give it to you. But, hey, the Antarctica Seadogs, they might get a shot at redemption in the playoffs. You know, usually I've seen plenty of times in the NFL where division rivals, one wins twice, and then the playoffs comes and the other team wins. So there might be redemption for the Antarctica Seadogs in the playoffs. That remains to be seen. Anyway, I hope everyone had a great Sunday. I'm looking forward to the last 3 weeks. Can't get ready for the playoffs and can't wait to see who the Pantheon Cup winner is. Everyone have a great evening. Enjoy the game tonight. Monday night, rematch of last year's Super Bowl, the Philadelphia Eagles in Kansas City. It's going to be a ton of fun. I can't wait to watch that game. Have a great night, everyone. Once again, this is Freyo, and 2-time GM of the Year, current Pantheon Cup champion, host of the TPFFKAL show. Have a great night.